They're ready to go from Skilled Stadium. Crucial match for Geelong and for Melbourne in the context of the season. And Steve Johnson, who's been in the headlines himself this week, what a good start in the direction of Henry Playfair he goes. Playfair marks from Ablett 1. Will he go to Ablett 2? He does, but it goes shorter than that. And Kent Kingsley chips in to take the mark. So good movement from the Cats.
Well, great move. It started off with Steve Johnson coming off the square. Really good intensity. Worked hard up the ball. Pretty sure here, young Ablett, or the eldest Ablett there, was looking for his brother, but it was Kingsley who popped in to take an easy grab.
And it'll be interesting to see who does line up on the two Geelong forwards there. At the moment, Wheatley standing the mark and Nicholson on Nathan Ablett. Thought it may have been the other way around, but I guess the nimbleness of Kingsley, and of course Wheatley might be able to counter that. Here's Kent Kingsley. His kicking so often is a point of conjecture, and he misses away to the left and not the way to cap off that such a positive movement for the Cats at the start of the day. But they're on the board, and Melbourne yet to score.
Packed crowd here at Skilled Stadium. What a match it should be. Wheatley pinpoints the pass to Johnston. Travis Johnson missed last week's game against the Crows because of the flu. Gets the call from Rigoni. That's ignored. That's what's ahead of him. Chips to Brown, who was Melbourne's best last week from defensive 50. Up to Miller, who presents. And a big performance today, the Demons from Brad Miller. Now Travis Johnston. Casual bounce through the middle of the ground, kicks towards half forward Robertson. Was his arm held? Yes, according to umpire Ellis. Play on advantage, a chance for the electrifying Davey from 30 metres. So a golden opportunity missed there by Melbourne. Aaron Davey scoring the first score for the Demons.
Aaron Davey's a great starter to the game. Generally gets most of his touches in the first quarter. Hunt's has got him. He just needs to work him nice and tight, work him over that he doesn't get a lot of space.
The shortest option taken from Hunt, collaborating with Mooney, and now he can try and pierce this Melbourne press, which really just logged the Cats up for a moment, but eventually they get clear. Kelly takes the mark. And not much doing for him, so retreat somewhat back to Mooney, and out wide for Bartel to try and create some run and overlap. Egan pushing for him on the wing, likewise Ottens, and he goes for Ottens. Ottens taking the mark, being urged on by the Cat fans. Melbourne, who's been just about the best player for the Cats this year, takes the mark, links up with Bartel, gets another feel for it. Suddenly locked in against the corner and forced to bring it inboard. Riccardi starting on the ground, a little unfamiliar for him as he started so many times on the pine. Great work from Ling to get himself out of the maze. And now Playfair. Johnson calling for it in the pocket. Well-directed kick. Whelan the watcher. Play on was the call. Not sure about it. He is. Oh, what a start from Steve Johnson. And he urges the crowd to get involved. Cats kick the opening goal. And Steve Johnson, he wasn't mucking around. He left Whelan in his wake and rammed it through.
Well, it was great build-up by the Cats. There was plenty of urgency. We just see Playfair go back on after the mark there. Steve Johnson got up to his feet nice and quickly and kicks the goal. But you just sense the Cats' urgency at the moment, Chriso, that they're out there, they're trying to get the ball on nice and quickly.
Yes, they've started pretty well, and then Steve Johnson, he'll be wrapped to get that under his belt after a troubled week. Back in the centre, Melbourne's confidence has been down. They've lost 7 in a row. They need to get away to a reasonable start here. White, now a chance for Maloney. He's wrapped up. Well done by Ottens. And umpire calls for it.
That was good play by Ottens. He's competing in the ruck against Jeff White, but was really quickly to get back onto the ball. Got a tackle in there, so he's keeping himself involved in the game.
So Ottens to do battle with White again. Ottens gets it down almost into the path of Riccardi. Well done, Whelan. Ling got numbers. Ottens, well done, kept his hands free. Now Kelly tries to break the Usain tackle. Ling wrapped up immediately by Johnston. Well done. Good pressure from the Demons. Rigoni chips it out wide and Motlop's marked at half forward. Chips inside attacking 50. Miller at the back. Mooney made a contest. Well played. Now disputed football. Chance for Davey. And it's confronted by Egan. Now the umpire's pulled out a free kick here. It's going to Melbourne.
It's against Mooney. stop the ball.
And it'll come back to Brad Miller. That'll be a clash and a half, Mooney and Miller.
Well, he was really brave there, Mooney, to create a contest, get a spoil to the ball, but something just seemed to happen off the ball. There it is there, holding the man to Miller.
Especially for a bloke who's got a bad back sauce, the way he backed into that pack was fantastic.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
So Brad Miller kicked just 5 goals for the season. From 45 metres, kick looks pretty good. He's kept it. Melbourne on the board at Skilled Stadium. So Cam Mooney not too happy about it, but the free kick, and we'll watch it again. Davey was off with the footy, and there's the drag down by Mooney on Miller.
Really?
And a great conversion from very wide on the flank.
Well, he'd be disappointed in himself, Mooney. I mean, great work to go back with the flight of the ball, but just to give away that free kick, which he shouldn't have given away, just a little undiscipline there, and Miller makes him pay.
Ferguson has the job on Nathan Ablett. Good to see Miller kicking goals for the Demons. Only 5 for the year coming in today. He managed 13 last year. Scores level at Skilled Stadium. The Demons need to make a good start, and at least they've got back on level terms. Maloney will probably get the boost from the crowd, of course playing against his old team. Hunt quick to his feet, looking to move it on for the Cats, and he's got a man, Playfair, Johnson it is, Steve Johnson, drifting across half forward. What a promising start. Moves it onto the milestone man. Corey could have linked up with Ablett. He just hesitated in towards Nathan Ablett. The ball not giving him a kind bounce, and it's over.
And Chris, we just saw the quick movement there once again by the Cats. The handball over the top by Steve Johnson. Just keep the ball flowing on nice and quickly. Give your forwards every chance.
So Ottens and White to do the ruck work. They gang up behind, they'll surge forward. Anyone trying to run onto it? No one really. Nathan Ablett came in, had half a touch, and we'll do it all again in the forward pocket. As I mentioned, played every game in the VFL so far this year. 13 goals in 16 matches, 3 bags of 3, including 1 bag of 3 last week. So he's in pretty good form, the young man. Ottens down to Kingsley. Wheatley, and the poor handball, the turnover. Travis Johnston, what a welcome side he is for Melbourne fans after missing last week, apparently with the flu. And the ball is over and out.
And Chris, one of the factors I'm really looking forward to today is just to see how the Geelong tackling goes. One of their real trademarks here has been their tackling over the last 18 months, but seem to have dropped off over probably the last 4 or 5 weeks.
One of their key performance indicators, and it's been down, you're right.
Throw in, Johnston tries to take it away. Lasso was too high. And so Johnston from half back for the Demons can get them going. Enjoying a wonderful season, averaging 20 possessions a game. Clearly the best form of his career, most consistent. Brown, who had 26 possessions last week, links up with Miller. And now the Demons can start to run, wheel and hit the ground running. Wasn't a well-placed kick though, as it turned out. And the Cats are eager. Oh, his kick smothered. Got into all sorts of trouble. Meeks might get a gift here for the Demons. His kick was astray and through from behind. Enough to put Melbourne in front though.
Good smother off the boot.
It was great work. So for the first time this afternoon, the Demons in front, but it's just a point. As Hunt, kick just over the head of Neats. Koulouridis. Corey kept his arms clear. Handball though was astray. Good pressure from the Demons. Neat. Travis Johnston from deep in the pocket. So it's got a couple of players at the top of the goal square. One of them, Russell Robertson. And he should surely put the Demons 7 points in front. Good intelligent play and good pressure in their forward 50, yes, Steve.
Yeah, well, both there'd been a smother which was created in there, and now this tackle here just puts them under pressure. Kept the ball inside their forward 50, and the hard work has paid off.
So Russell Robertson from set shots this year has kicked 42-13, so shouldn't have any trouble whatsoever with this. Directly in front, he pops it through, and the Demons lead it by 7. So Russell Robertson, as we said in the preview, hasn't had a great time of it down in Skilled Stadium. As just before today, kicked 5 goals from 5 games, but we saw the pressure there from Ben Holland, a great tackle and good intelligent stuff from Travis Johnston. Had a choice of Robertson and Motlop. So Good start this from Melbourne. They need to start well. Get some confidence up if they're going to win today. No question about that.
Homer Thompson watching on, and he'll be given the information that Melbourne not mucking around today. They've had 15 kicks and just 4 handballs. The Cats 15 kicks and 12 handballs. So the Demons playing a more direct brand of footy. Going by feet. Oh, Maloney cleaned up Ling. He got Bartel last time the two sides met. Ling up on his feet. And Maloney, a great rugged and robust player. And he's had a pretty good year for the Demons. Johnston over the top. Ablett goes in. They lock and get stuck into Johnston. Umpire Wen goes in and pays a free kick to the Demons. Cameron Ling back up on his feet. Stuart Wen getting right in amongst it. There's another look. There's Maloney collecting Ling high, it appeared. Meantime, the Demons are inside 50 again. Holland bustling. Bartel recklessly going back.
He's brave, isn't he?
Taking the mark. Sending the Cats out to some more one-on-ones. No real clear movement. They hit the pack hard. No mark paid. It's got to be a ball up now. Brad Alton's really had a crack, but ruling the ball hit the turf. That's the Bartel grab.
Fantastic.
2-2 Melbourne, 1-1 Geelong. We've gone 11 minutes in this opening term. Motlop, who came back into the Demon side last week and did well, kick 3 goals. Mooney, there was doubt over his fitness coming in. And the ball over and out.
We just saw the Bartel mark taken before, but Bartel would have been delighted in the protection he got from Mooney just to hold his direct opponent off.
So a boundary throw in half forward for the Demons. Ottens, third man up was Belt. Kelly stood up in the tackle. Corey's kick was smothered. Melbourne, his handball shut down by Davey. Melbourne are fighting hard in their attacking half. Miller a chance. And eventually umpire Wyn's got a call for it. In fact, there's a free kick. It'll come to Hunt for too high. So they disperse from what was a pretty ugly pack. Scarlett. That halfback, Matthew Scarlett, been in wonderful form over the last couple of weeks. Back to Hunt. Josh Hunt sets so much of Geelong's play up from halfback. Decides to kick across the ground. Mooney. They missed 2 services last week, no doubt about that. Long towards half forward. Going back, well done, Egan. He ran off Miller. He's got the job at centre halfback on Brad Miller. Now, Nathan Ablett led into the pocket. Egan goes a more direct route to the top of the goal square. Kingsley in front, couldn't hold on. Chance at ground level, and the umpire calls for it. So, a bounce just 15 metres from the Cat goal. Big opportunity here for Geelong. Altons will do the ruck work against White. Altons knocks it down towards Riccardi. Can he get boot the ball? No. Gary Ablett, something special? No. Wheatley, dangerous handball. We're going in all sorts of trouble. Numbers with the Cats. Kingsley. Bartel, well done Wheatley. Put enough pressure on to force Bartel over the line. So we've got a boundary throwing in Geelong's forward pocket.
Well, the right option was probably the rush behind there. He just put his teammate under pressure. I think it was Wheatley who kept the ball in.
Altons and White again do battle. Gary Ablett waits behind. Maloney just barges his way through. Sends it onto the wing. Mooney gets in the road. Good aggressive play again by the Cats, who had the numbers. Rook. Now Egan. Wobbly one to centre half forward. Not good service for Playfair. Steve Johnson looks really up and about. He got crunched by his mate Maloney, who's caused a bit of a trail of discussion already so far today, Brent Maloney.
Well, he has, but that was just why he did that. The tackle was on, didn't need to hit him high. He's just got to get the tackle involved. It's just an undisciplined free kick.
He's got the free kick for it too, Hutto.
Thanks, Andrew. 2-2-14 Melbourne, 1-9-7 Geelong. And we're at the halfway stage of the opening term. Now Johnson sees an option. It's Kingsley. He got a head start on Wheatley. And now he can go back and have the shot. He missed that one earlier. But coming in after his second mark. And Steve Johnson, of course, as we mentioned, was in the headlines during the week for his indiscretion after last weekend. But has started in a positive fashion. after copping the fine during the week. He's already had 4 possessions, Steve Johnson. Travis Johnston, he's sitting down after 6 possessions. Kingsley stabbed at it beautifully. Right on line for the Cats second.
There's the knock on Steve Johnson, and it probably was within range, Johnson, but good lead coming from Kingsley. And this is shaping up as a great game of footy. Kingsley has his 51st goal of the season. Cameron Link sitting down on the Geelong bench. There's Brent Maloney, who gave away the free kick to Johnson, which resulted in the Kingsley goal. Demons by a point, early stages, shaping up as a beauty here at Skilled Stadium. Perfect bounce by umpire Wen, and what's going to happen here? Free kick plucked out by umpire Davis, who was about 50 metres away. It's going to Melbourne. McLean off to White, chips it out to Maloney. He'll use it long as he always does, penetrating towards full foot, going back. Great courage shown by Egan. Off to Hunt. Cats moving it quickly. Ottens provides the target out wide. He can go on, handle up to the pace of Shannon Burns. Good chase by Bell, but he kicks it towards Playfair, who marks it half forward. Now Riccardi. Riccardi chips it further afield, and dropping into space is Melbourne. He's only 35 metres from goal. And as you can see, angle reasonably acute. He's searching for an option, eyes darting. There's Nathan Ablett wanting it long. Shouldn't have any trouble with the distance, Darren Milburn. So decides in the end just to kick the goal, and he does it beautifully. So the Cats back in front here at Skilled Stadium. They lead by 5. And great work out of the defence. Good presenting by Brad Ottens, in particular on the wing.
Well, and we just see the transition from their back line to their forward line. Once again, it was quick movement. The quick handball there by Playfair enabled Riccardi to a bit of time to just hit Melbourne with plenty of space, and that is a fantastic goal.
Cats certainly dominating in terms of number of possessions, 49 to 26 at the moment. And they've started to function well. 3-1 plays, 2-2. Blake's tap, Maloney got manhandled, and I think he's going to get a free. He was dragged down after he released the ball, and the crowd showing their disapproval.
Well, they're in front on the clearances, Melbourne, 9-2.
The Cats getting a lot of rebound out of defence. They'll be in action here, the defence. White's kick was pretty good to Holland, who's going to get a free here. And the umpire's pretty quick with the whistle this afternoon. We saw plenty of that early last night, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, but I wonder whether it was a hitting of the arm here. Let's watch Mooney.
Looks like it. Yeah.
There we go. Got it easy these days, forwards.
Well, Ben Holland hasn't had a bad year. Kicked 15 goals, 7. He had one patch earlier in the year when he 5 games, where he kicked at least 1 goal in every game and put through 11. 15 possessions last week. He had a more demanding role with Neitz out of the team. He just hits the post to the left. And there is some feeling in this game, boys. You can feel it through the crowd what's at stake today. And both sides really are playing like they mean business. Yes, they do. Thanks, Anthony.
And Josh Hunt from fullback to Burns. There's just so much on the line for both these clubs. Burns from half back towards the wing. Kelly brilliantly picks it up on the half volley. Feeds it back to Bartell. Sweeps the handball to Melbourne. Here are the Cats again. Long towards Kingsley in good position. Kimming across. Almost the mark taken by Playfair. He's well tackled by Bell. And we'll get a boundary throw in at half forward for the Cats. Well, Kingsley had his name written all over that before Playfair. Just should he across the front of the pack.
What should he have done, Michael?
He should have gone for it. He should have marked it. Well done by Blake Kingsley. Steve Johnson's all by himself. Left foot snap towards the goal square is offline. They descended on him pretty quickly, Steve Johnson, and are behind to the Cats.
Steve Johnson getting plenty of the ball. That was his 5th possession, but Nathan Brown is the man picking him up at the moment. He just needs to tighten up.
Paul Wheatley, a fullback. You think they can turn him into a key position defender, Paul Wheatley, Chriso?
I think his main strength's going to be as a halfback flanker running type, but he's got the height to cover and in a pinch hitting situation to cover a tall player. There's no doubt about that.
Well, given their dearth of key defenders, it's interesting that they may be trying to mould him. He's got the job on Kingsley today. White takes the mark, and he's at halfback. Demons 2-3. Lost Brad Green before the bounce today. Up towards Holland. Mooney, who's been in everything. Tenace, adding that pace to the back of the Cats packs. Oh, poor option across the ground. Really flirting with danger, as it turns out. It's okay. Hunt takes the mark. He's got Gary Jr. and also Bartel away. Bartel takes the mark. Wants to use Ablett, decides not to. Rook's an option. So is Playfair. He goes for Rook, who was going to move on, but thought better of it. He looks up. It's a fairly crowded forward line, so he'll delay the entry. Scarlett adrift. Needs is not that far away from him. Nathan Ablett waits, makes his move. The ball doesn't get there. Ferguson. Oh, he might get a chance now, Nathan. Wrapped him up high. Oh, said Stuart Wynn. That's enough to enrage the locals. Free kick goes to Ferguson. Let's have a look. Oh, it did slide up.
Yeah, touch unlucky there, Nathan Ablett. As the Demons bring it out of defence. Godfrey, who started on the bench, chips it out wide. Reed couldn't hold on. Well done. Good pressure coming from Hunt. And probably a poor option there by Godfrey, kicking to a short option who was manned up. Had someone right on his ginger. So a boundary throw in on centre wing. Nathan Ablett yet to have a possession. Really great to see him kick an early goal just to get some confidence and perhaps shake a couple of the nerves that he no doubt would have as we get another boundary throw in on centre wing.
Just keeping an eye on Steve Johnson. Just looks as though Bell has Steve Johnson, or either Wheatley has gone. No, it's Bell. Gone back onto him.
So Mark Blake now in ruck against White. Gets it down. Travis Johnston tried to knock it forward. Bartel though. Wild handball. White was pushed from the back. No free kick. Chance for Brown. Numbers went out for the Demons. Whelan chips towards again Reed. He couldn't take it this time, but he gets the free kick for a high tackle. Advantage paid. A lucky break for the Demons. Godfrey from outside 50. Wasteful. Just kicked it way out to the left, and we'll get a boundary throw in. Should have made more of that, the Demons. So a boundary throw in. There's Simon Godfrey. Deep in their attacking zone. Need a goal. Cats have kicked the last two. Holland against Blake. Holland takes it out. Snap balls. Touched by Scarlett. That was great thinking by Ben Holland. Well done, Matthew Scarlett. And the margin now back to 4 points.
Does that quite a bit, Ben Holland. Takes the ball out of a ruck throw in.
Just over 5 minutes remaining in the opening term. Cats 3-2-20. Demons 2-4-16. Riccardi. Entries into 50 have been about equal. 8-7 in favour of Geelong. Hunt's powerful left boot this time only used at about 50%. Finds Tenace. It's got Ling around the wing, so by inches the Cats advance. Now something more positive. Here's Ablett's chance. Crash through the pack. Nicholson at the back. Handball. Again, he's had 3.5 half touches, Nathan Ablett so far. Doesn't add up to a possession. Armstrong, who's got the job on Riccardi today. Cross to Bell, who had his best game for the Demons last week. Linked up nicely with Brown. It opens up for Motlop. And the D's can go into a pretty open forward line. Neitz has got away from Scarlett, and he doesn't quite hang on. And Scarlett there to mop up. Can link up with Sanderson, who's on the ground. Cats collaborating well. Hunt takes the Mooney kick. Lets one blast to centre half forward. Playfair stands his ground well. Got the infringement.
There's a mismatch up forward. Otten's Armstrong is lining up on Otten's at the moment. He just needs to go deep.
He must go to him. He eventually spots him. Now, can Otten's impose himself? He got held back, probably fairly. Johnson, blistering attack on the footy, and a great finish from Steve Johnson. The margin, and Steve Johnson showing the class that we all know he's got.
There was super play. This was the mark. That was a mark. No doubt about that. But this was the mismatch. It forced Wheatley to come out, and Steve Johnson drove it to perfection. He's having a super first quarter.
Outstanding opening quarter by Steve Johnson. 6 touches, a couple of marks and a couple of goals now. Blake, Melbourne, handball missed the mark, intended for Ling. Motlop was well, no free kick. Johnston put the head down. Play on. Kelly. Corey's got it. Pressure coming from Godfrey, and in the end they tie it up with Cameron Ling also at the base of the pack. So the bounce adjacent to the centre circle. Cats by 10 points. Enterprising opening. Third man up, Melbourne, straight to Godfrey, who kicks around the body towards half forward. Holland lumbers after it. He handballs along the line. Mooney applying the pressure. Now Egan kicks it short, and Josh Hunter's had a lot of the football in this first quarter, coming in for his 9th disposal. Chips it out wide. Corey is able to play on the aid of a Shepherd from Melbourne towards half forward. Well done by Wheatley. Applied the pressure on Kingsley. The Demons sweep it away now. Godfrey from centre wing. High inside attacking 50. Egan in good position and marks very cleverly.
Well, they just can't find it at the moment, the Melbourne forwards. You have Davey with 1 possession, Robertson with 1 possession. They just can't find it.
Sanderson for Kelly, and the Cats swing it to the members' side, but he's urging his teammates. He's saying, give me something, give me a target. Didn't have one, had to kick to the vacant space on the wing, and now the foot race. Bell leading Steve Johnson, who's ever present. Gary Ablett Jr. working hard. Crowd thought he got one high, and the umpire belatedly agreed. Almost seemed like he got talked into it. Of course, that wouldn't be the case. Ablett from the wing, and his quietest day of the year last year, just last week with only 8 possessions. Tries to kick to his brother. Demons had the numbers, but Ling couldn't release the handball. Did it by foot instead. Steve Johnson! Oh, Mercurial! Not paid! Stuart Wen was the party pooper there not to pay the mark.
I think it was the right call.
I think it was.
Travelled the 15.
But he did a good effort to take the mark.
He's a mercurial type player, isn't he, Steve Johnson?
10 points to the margin. And Otten's trying to farm it out to one of the small forwards, but White had the swing and the miss. Otten's couldn't hit a target with a handball. Davey. White has a second crack. Godfrey now. Lynn trying to put the pressure on Johnston, and he did it well. Somehow won the footy to Nace. They're inside 50. Again, an underground one. Ablett trying to track it. Nicholson, steadying influence. Bell, not out of danger yet. Into Shannon Burns. Can't get the releasing handball. Great pressure, but the Demons' defence, not well, I was going to say standing up very well. Been resilient, but I think it was Rigoni who's been penalised for the throw. We'll get another look at it. The umpire trying to sort out just whose kick it is, and it's going to Burns.
There's the dubious handball coming from Alistair Nicholson.
So Shannon Burns, tight angle from the pocket, sprays it and sneaks in for a behind. Hasn't kicked a goal since round 13. And he's missed 2 of the last 3 games for the Cats. Started so promisingly this year, and it has been a real positive for them when they'll assess the season. 4-3 Geelong, 2-4 the Demons.
Total disposals 89 Geelong, 52 Melbourne. And we said pre-match that from round 13, Melbourne ranks 16th in the competition for disposals. They bring it out now through Rigoni. Tries to draw a player, instead gets around Kelly. Guy Rigoni, long towards half-forward. Here comes Meeks on the lead, couldn't take it at ground level. Meach has to get it out here. He'll be in trouble. He'll be penalised. Ball spills out. Eventually, good umpiring. He let it go. Corey, Kelly, quick hands, Ling. Had to make good. Got it back to Kelly. Well tackled by Rigoni. That's great pressure. The umpire comes in. Will bounce it at right half forward for the Demons.
So last 30 seconds of this opening term from Skilled Stadium. Wide over the top. Holland trying to bundle it out. Kelly with the steal. It was a good one. Is there a chance for another attack from either side? Important ball to be won, and it was won skillfully by Wheatley. Whelan after the arc just chipped it up. They're going wide. Rigoni takes the mark, but only 10 seconds remaining. Into Motloff. Well, could well have been holding the ball. Crowd certainly thought so. Riccardi escaping, but the siren will beat Nathan Ablett as he was perhaps about to have his first possession. It's not as if he was disgraced in that quarter. He put his body in on several occasions, Sauce, and he'll have enjoyed his opening term because the Cats lead by 11.
Oh, they do. They played a very fierce first quarter, 4 goals to 2, and they'd be delighted with that. Josh Hunt was a star across half back. Steve Johnson was probably the story with 2 goals. Very damaging up forward, and just at the moment Melbourne just cannot find a forward, and they need to try and hold the ball inside their forward 50.
Well, let's check on our game plotting, boys. It's a pretty interesting one this time. It is the marks from opposition kicks now. The inside 50s are basically level, 11 to 10, but 5 times when the Demons have entered, they've been plucked off.
Exactly, they've given it up. So 5 marks inside defensive 50 from Melbourne kicks by the Cats, and at the other end of the ground, the Melbourne defence haven't marked 1 entry by the Cats.
Well, they haven't, and it just means that the Melbourne forwards need to work hard as well. They've got to make sure that the guys dropping back to the Cats, well, they've got to earn their marks. Not one of them have been crunched yet.
Some pretty handy players on the sidelines for the Demons. Brad Green, Jared Rivers and Cameron Bruce amongst them. Second quarter from the Skilled Stadium. 4-3 Geelong, 2-4 the Demons.
And a free kick immediately out of the ruck. It's going to come to Jeff White. Melbourne need to get a hurry on. They can't concede more ground here. Out wide, Nathan Brown. He's got plenty of room, plenty of space. With a bounce, he chips towards half. Robertson comes on the lead, probably just outside his range. Rook stands the mark at 55 metres, and he chips towards Armstrong, but Tenace did brilliantly to get across, affect the spoil, and now a chance perhaps for a clearance, although good pressure coming from the Demons. And what's going to happen here? Boundary throwing. Umpire Wynn says, give it to me now. Melbourne player down, just slowly getting to his feet.
Once again, Melbourne have won the clearance out of the middle, but their kicking to their forwards have let them down once again.
14-4 clearances, so there's certainly been a domination there. And we get another boundary throw. Nathan Brown just moving a little gingerly after that collision.
Centre clearances are 5-1 in favour of the Demons, just to emphasise that point as we check in on the Geelong bench. Peter Riccardi, who normally starts on the bench, started on the ground today, but he's having his rest now.
So from the boundary throwing, Kelly shoots the handball through to Hunt, to Bartel. Look out, he was able to slip it away pretty quickly to Rook. Now the overlap with Scarlett. Well played, the Cats out of defence. Long penetrating kick. Playfair's got the drop on Nicholson, and he marks. No, play on's the call. Playfair tries to knock it to Hunt. He's wrapped up by Nicholson, and will get a bounce at half court for the Cats.
Alistair Nicholson did very well there. He was caught underneath the ball. Let's just watch it here. Great effort. Great effort.
So at half forward for Geelong. Now a chance for Maloney. Shoots the handball to Godfrey. Overlap now with White. He just lumbers through the middle of the ground. Hunt comes to him, so slips it to Davey, who has got electrifying pace. He drills it forward, but Mooney chipped across. Well, it was intended for Uze, and Mooney's mark. And it's 50 metres? No.
And once again, they failed to hit a target.
Geelong taking another mark. That's right on a Melbourne entry. Tenace took it from Hunt, sent it out to the wing. Wasn't particularly well placed, but Alton's actually controlled it well. Got a high tackle from Maloney. Umpire didn't spot it. Ling to Corey, and now Ablett takes the mark. Nathan Ablett tries to make his move. Gary would love to kick it to him. Here he comes. He's got it. Ablett. And listen to the roar of approval.
Fantastic.
That's brotherly love for you.
I'm pretty sure in the first quarter, Gary looked for his younger brother, but Kingsley ended up chopping the lead off. But wonderful kick and very good chest mark.
He stood next to him in the quarter-time huddle too, boys, Gary Jr., just giving him some calming words and some positive reinforcement.
His first kick in AFL football. Nathan Ablett. What a special moment. An emotional moment for the crowd at Steel Stadium. A famous name, a famous father. And now Ablett number 2, Nathan Ablett, kicks a goal with his first kick in AFL footy, and it came from his brother Gary.
Well, it was a special reaction by the crowd and also by the players. Every play went across to congratulate him on his first kick and a goal. A wonderful side out there, Michael. And the reaction by the crowd was
absolutely fantastic. And the crowd stood as one. It was quite incredible. And, well, between he and his father now, 1,051 goals. Quite remarkable. Back in the centre. If that doesn't fire Geelong up, nothing will. Tanase hacks it towards half forward. Out comes Bizzle. Ragoni back to Bizzle. Melbourne now under pressure. They trail by 17 points. Armstrong concedes ground back to Uze. Now McLean. A kick, searching kick towards Robertson, who couldn't complete the mark. Numbers with the Cats again. They'll take it away. Sanderson, Scarlett, easily around Neats. Chips to Rook. And the crowd appreciating the way the Cats are going about their business so far this afternoon. Hunt, leading possession winner on the ground. He's had 12 now. Koularitis, long towards half forward. Steve Johnson, fist from Bell. Ling stayed down, tried to feed it out wide to Corey. Well tackled.
Melbourne taking a mark inside their forward 50.
As Bell now comes towards Maloney. He kicks towards Neats, who almost takes the mark. That's a couple he's almost taken. Now a chance for Davey. Well done, Koularitis. Slips it out wide to Ling. Oh, heavy hit from Mooney. And Ling out of trouble, and he finds Corey, or does he? No, it's out on the full. Free kick to Melbourne.
Michael, I pose the question, has Melbourne taken a mark inside their forward 50?
Not that I'm aware of. The only one was probably Russell Robertson to kick that opening goal.
Got a chance now, and Robertson comes out and takes it.
And that was uncontested. That certainly that first mark from Russell Robertson's first goal.
Just their kicking to their forwards has been very poor. They've either got to go short or go for the longer option towards the square and at least put the Geelong defenders under pressure.
Very steadfast defence so far, the Cats. Russell Robertson, I mentioned earlier, what an up and down month he's had. No goals last week, 6 the week before that, and none the 2 weeks before that. He's had a fine year. And that's a pretty good kick. Just drifts across. Not the result the team is needed at the moment. 2-5, Geelong with the momentum and with a great spirit about them today have the lead. 5-3-33 to 2-5-17. Ling goes back to Mooney and now picks out Joel Corey. It was a little strong for him. Tanase can dart through the middle of Skilled Stadium and go long in the direction of Kingsley. Here's Ablett again. Nathan Ablett off the left. Screwed it back, trying to return the favour to his brother, but he couldn't find him. And Whelan chipping in to take the mark. Off for Jeff White now. Nothing free for him up ahead. The Cats manning up very well. Eventually forced to swing wide to Uze. Now he's got Ben Holland loose at half back. Wanted the call. Wheatley floating up through the middle. This is better for Melbourne. Can they make the most of it going forward? Can take it all the way to half forward, Paul Wheatley. Maybe beyond. Robertson doubling back in the square. The wrestle begins. Rook didn't infringe. Takes the mark. And with a head up, finds Sanderson at half back. And he can go for Kingsley, who's roaming around. And he roams just a little far. The kick missing the target.
Well, Hutto, we saw the long kick towards the square, but Robinson virtually played for the free kick. He just needed to stand tall, at least compete, bring the ball to ground, but I thought the kick was the right one.
So boundary throw in, centre wing, well done by White, gets a quarter of the play. Godfrey, now Steve Johnson. Brilliantly stood up under pressure to Bartel, who somehow got it. The mark's taken by Playfair. Ablett moves for him. He decides to go for home. Does Big Henry, and he just drills it. Great stuff from the Cats. So they continue on their merry way. Their margin advantage now out to 22 points. The lead from Ablett, but Playfair went to the square, and great work from Bartel.
Well, it was a great kick. It was a quick one, and sometimes the quick ones to a leading forward. Well, forwards generally play in front, and it dropped short, and Playfair was in the right spot at the right time, but the kick was an absolute beauty.
Big worries now for Neil Danaher. It's been all too familiar for him in the last 2 months. 7 losses coming in. The Cats lead by 22. Henry Playfair had only kicked 1 goal in his 4 matches since returning from injury. He's an important component of the Geelong forward line. Demons get it out of the middle. Holland presenting well, quick to get it to McLean, who's an important part of their midfield. But again, Rook and the Cats leading the Demons to the footy at the moment in defence, and Scarlett's in slashing form sends it to Wattens on the wing. And the Cats should be away here. Burns sneaks past. Wasn't a great handball, but he made it pretty good through the middle. Tried to get it to Corey. Wasn't a great bit of disposal. Second chance now for the Cats. Burns with the head up. Sends the full forward. Nicholson playing in front. The kick wasn't a good one and gave Nathan Ablett no chance at all.
Poor effort by Aaron Davey before. Really should apply the tackle rather than apply the bump onto Matthew Scarlett.
Whelan now. Long kick searching for Jeff White, who's made good ground. Got support. Wheatley, loose player at half forward is McLean. Now they can make something of this Melbourne. Brock McLean needs to use it effectively and drills the pass to Robertson. That was great work. And Russell Robertson, who's, apart from a haul of 6 in the last month, has had a pretty rough time of it. And this was a great pass coming in from Brock McLean. Good hands from Robertson above his head. So must kick goal this for the Demons. Margin 22 points. Kick 52-23 Russell Robertson. And 42-14 from Seth Shots. And that's a beautiful kick, and Melbourne get one back. Russell Robertson with goal number 2, Steve, and that was better for Melbourne.
Well, better ball usage to their forwards. Really struggled to find their forwards today so far, Melbourne. But Robertson has worked very hard, presented on the lead on numerous occasions, and he just needs to keep working. But the Melbourne forwards aren't working together, aren't trying to create space for one another. They need to do that.
James Kelly with 8 possessions today. Demons hanging in there with that last goal. 3-5-23, 6-3-39. Jeff White and Brad Ottens go at it in the middle. Ling barges through. Sanderson. Ling just racks up getting it out of the middle for Geelong. Bartel applies the lock on Whelan, and it was great stuff. Ablett got the handball away. Now Johnson with time to track it. Kingsley was trying to lead. He goes short instead to Corey. Not the required distance. Maloney bullies his way through him. Perhaps got one high. Play on was the call. Corey to half forward. Ablett. Oh, spectacular mark from Johnson. What a day out he's having. Bartel wants it along in the square. Goes short. The big man, Brad Ottens, doubling back on the angle, cut across in front of Jeff White and provided a very safe option, and he should be able to convert from 45 out. Might hear some applause coming through the effects microphone. That's for Steve Johnson, who's come from the ground.
He's back in favour, Hutto. There's no question about that.
I think so.
Didn't take long, Andy.
So Brad Otten's kicked a goal in each of his past 11 games. 22 for the season. No question about that kick. Goal to Ottens. 7-3-45 plays 3-5-23.
Yes, good to see Brad Otten's pushing forward there. Just needs to make sure he puts himself in a dangerous position. Let's watch this, Mooney. Well, he made Maloney earn that. This is a fantastic mark. He is running
He's one of those freakish players, isn't he, Steve Johnson? Wonderful skills. David Neitz hasn't had too much luck so far today, the captain. Just kicked it behind. His team trails by 22 points. Blake beaten by White. Ling at the back of the centre, all by himself. He kicks around the body towards half-forward. Well done, Playfair. Came up to meet it. Whelan's got it. Brutally tackled by Riccardi, and it's tied up at half-forward for the Cats. Peter Riccardi started on the ground today. For most of the year has come off the bench and made an impact. Just the 3 possessions. Perfect bounce from umpire Wynn. Blake knocks it forward only as far as Whelan. Got the job on Ablett. Tries to knock it to his own advantage. He's taken high. Now what's the umpire going to do here? He's going to bounce it at 10.5 ball for Geelong. No, play on's the call. Eventually he takes it. Just a bit ahead of my time.
Yes, well, he let it go a fair bit.
So an excited crowd here. They've come to see Geelong play, but they've also come to see Nathan Ablett play, and didn't get a disposal in the first quarter, but set the crowd alight with his first kick and first goal in this second term. Milburn, third man up, out wide to Nathan's brother Gary. Paddles to his own advantage and does it brilliantly. Kick towards Kingsley, cutting across. I don't know it was intended for Kingsley. I think it may have been intended for brother Nathan.
That's twice he's done that, Kingsley.
He's stolen his thunder, and well, Kingsley will kick from just 20 metres.
He knows where the ball's going each time Gary gets it. Hang around Nathan Ablett.
Exactly. So 5-2 from set shots, the Cats so far this afternoon. From just 20 metres, Kingsley pops it through. The Cats further in front. So Kent Kingsley kicks goal number 2 as we watch Gary Ablett again. Great skill to keep his balance and control.
Well, that's one of his real strengths, isn't it? When he just holds his feet when he's over the ball. Very hard to knock him over when he's over the ball, and we just saw it there on that occasion.
It's all about the functioning of the forward lines at the moment. Same number of entries into 50. The Cats have had 8 marks inside 50. Melbourne just 3, and they've all been from Russell Robertson. White doing the roving from the Blake ruck work that time. And McLean left it behind. Riccardi didn't. Was forced to just shovel forward, hoping for Bartel, who averages 24 possessions a game at Skilled Stadium. He loves it. Drills it onto the chest of Playfair at half forward. Ablett leads. He goes longer. It's a tall forward line for the Cats at the moment. And Kent Kingsley takes the mark. Demons being stretched.
Well, they are. Just at the moment, Uze was playing on Bartel there, and Uze just fell off him. Gave him a good 20 metres. Bartel ended up getting the ball far too easily. And the Geelong forwards are having a field day at the moment.
I'll tell you, Henry Playfair's had an impact too. 5 marks, 7 possessions. He's been instrumental in the Cats building this lead so far today.
Kent Kingsley, 4 marks inside 50. His third goal's on the board.
Well, it's getting dangerous now for Melbourne as we watch the Cameron Ling kick again. Non-dominant side, Henry Playfair presenting at half forward. The margin is blown out to 34 points. And it's getting very serious. Good mark and good conversion there from Kingsley. Centre clearances for Geelong in this quarter. Just 2 to Melbourne as we look at Jared Rivers in the stands. I'm sure he wished he was out there playing for the Demons this afternoon.
34 points the difference. Reid, who was a late inclusion, and McLean, who's starting to get busy. Neats, Bird in line, did everything to take the mark, not paid. Boy, it did appear as if he'd done enough. It's a ball up. We saw one earlier that was a little questionable. Neats doing his lobbying, but it's a little late now. Let's have a look. 1, 2. Well, what do you reckon, Chris?
I reckon he's been unlucky 3 times. You reckon one of them would have been paid?
3 wrongs. Take it right. Cooleritis off the Blake into the middle. On the bounce, Kelly just trying to lay it off for Burns. He had Ablett alongside him. Options galore as it turned out. Sanderson sinks the slipper. Doubling back, Playfair. He lost his footing that time. Godfrey with the head start. Uses it to advantage, or does he? Just got enough on it to get the clearing kick. And he finds Johnston, who for a moment I think would have liked to have gone out of bounds, but in the end he was able to keep his composure and his poise. And he finds Jeff White. Demons need something. They've got about 7 minutes to rally before half-time. 9-3 plays 3-5. Their season's over if they go down today. Up to half-forward, Lorenzi Robertson, who is their main danger up forward, no doubt about that. Jared Rook with his hands full. Robertson gives it plenty. Nathan Ablett comes up for a rest. Meeks went against 2 others. The pace on the side of Motlop. He got 3 last week, and he kicks his first for the afternoon. Timely goal for the Demons, even in the stunned silence.
No, it was a timely goal, but really I thought it was set up by Russell Robertson. He's lead up towards the ball. He's one of the few players that's really working hard, trying to present, and really created that goal. We saw Motlop on the end of it, but a couple of really hard leads by Robinson, and his chest mark and the ball, his kick up forward created that goal.
And Nathan Ablett coming from the ground, and he's got to get a good reception, Andy.
Oh, they love him, mate. He's already become a folk hero down here.
1 kick, 1 goal. So back in the centre, Blake to do battle against Jeff White. White gets it down. Reid hacks it forward towards half forward. Cooleritis and Motlop go at it hard. Up comes Mooney. Well done, Motlop. Now a chance for Travis Johnson. He's got Reid in support. Decides to double back. Now he's got time. Oh, awkward looking kick straight into the chest of Rook. And the Cats now can rebuild. Scarlett's been outstanding. Long inside the centre square. Steve Johnson can't get there to mark, but he almost takes it on the bounce. Now he gathers. Great persistence. Chips it out wide. Needs to stretch. Can't quite get there. Pressure from Wheatley. Numbers with the Demons, but a great tackle on Bell by Kelly. Effects the kick. Now Melbourne kicks it back to Steve Johnson. So Steve Johnson's been absolutely superb today. Left foot kick out wide. Kelly's drifted down inside, attacking 50. And another goal scoring opportunity for Geelong.
They're just loose at the moment, Melbourne. They've just got to lock up a bit.
Brad Ottens provides a lead and a target, and he hits him on the chest. And he just fell for his groin there. You could just see it. Now he missed a lot of football because of that exact reason, and that's what he hurt right there.
But we just saw the effort of the Melbourne players to get back and support their defenders non-existent. They had plenty of time. This is where he may have twitched his groin.
Yeah, you can just see him feel for his left groin there, and let's hope it's not serious, but that was the problem that he had. Missing a lot of football.
Size mismatch there, wasn't it? I know it was a mark out in front in the end, but Ferguson and Ottens, a lot of centimetres in the Geelong players' favour.
It is.
Hard man to match up on. He's been very good today, Brad Ottens. You put him under the pump at the outset, Sauce, but he's played pretty well from about 25 metres. Angle, as you can see, reasonably acute. He's gone. He has gone. He's done his groin, and he will come off.
That is just crazy. Why did he take the kick?
Because it's hard to know, Hutto, how bad it is.
Oh.
And he will not play. I'd be surprised if he plays again this year. He is in all sorts of trouble because he can hit. Watch him here, left hand.
Well, he's
bang.
Surely
And
he's known he's done it there, and kicking can only make it worse.
No, because all he did was strained it. He got up, he didn't feel so bad. But
now
you can't control when it goes.
Well,
so I know you're frustrated because you're a big Geelong man, but
no, I'm just trying to be sensible about
Brad
it.
Ottens is in real trouble.
Whelan takes the mark. Back he goes to Wheatley. So I wonder if it gives the Demons a sniff now. Ottens is still trying to play his part, which is great to see. Goes back to Godfrey.
Just keeping an eye on Ottens, Chriso. If I recall back, you've done one of those, something similar.
Absolutely, exactly the same situation.
Oh, maybe you should have used common sense as well. Egan kicks the centre half forward. Nicholson floats over the top. Riccardi at the back. Bit of a stun feeling, I think, around Kill Stadium at the moment as Ottens comes from the ground. Play's going on.
Can't understand why they didn't get a stretcher out.
Well, absolutely. That would have meant that play stopped and the Cats wouldn't have been one down. Meantime, play just contained in a little 10-metre area on the half-forward flank.
Here's the kick from Ottens again. Now, he's moving okay there, but just the pressure, and it just went bang.
Something similar to the Buchanara kick he did in the grand final.
Yeah,
but the actual...
Yeah, he couldn't... He had broken his leg, I think.
Yeah, his knee went, but...
White goes to Armstrong across half-back. A little hard to kick with a broken leg. Here is McLean. Back to Whelan. Demons going nowhere fast at the moment. Can they get their way out of the maze? They can. McLean. Thundering kick to half-forward. Johnston at the back after the Robertson fly. Holland in the middle of it. Cats getting equal numbers just to try and lock it up once again.
It's a big job for young Blake now. He'll take over the number one rucking position. And really...
And there's Brad Ottens again. Oh, dear. It makes you cringe.
He was going on the runner, Chriso. You could see you could. Before he delivered the ball.
You don't know how bad it is at times.
But surely you test it not in that such vigorous fashion.
Well, no, because it gets sore, but you can get through it. And he got through a lot of the season with it being sore. But what he's done there is just torn it. It's just done one too many things.
Would it have been torn before he kicked it, Chriso? Or would the actual kick have accentuated
it? It would have just been strained, Andy, and it would have been sore, but it wouldn't have been torn. But the kick the impact of the kick was the thing that actually did it. Sanderson tries to knock it on over the boundary line.
Now, Jeff White needs to stand up now. He's up against young Blake. He needs to work him over. He and Ben Holland got a real opportunity to assert their authority now.
So a boundary throw in. Well done by White. Holland jammed it on the left boot as far as McLean, who's been very good, or had more time than he thought, but he gets it long to the forward pocket, and we'll get a boundary throw in adjacent to the behind post.
I tell you what, it has been an absolute roller coaster for the Geelong fans today, seeing Nathan able to kick his first goal and then 15 minutes having to endure Brad Ottens go off the way he did. It's been a tough day for them down here.
Yes, there's no doubt about that. There was the stunned silence as Ottens left the ground. Ottens will take no further part, no question about that. Davey off the ground, Scarlett was there just to knock it through. And the rush behind to Melbourne. Margin now in favour of the Cats, 28 points.
Josh Hunt to bring the ball back in. Not much doing for him at the moment. He's got Blake down the middle and goes really short, and as turned out, it wasn't far enough to be considered a mark for Bartel. Kelly surrounded by Demons, and Jeff White, who's worked very hard, leads possessions for the Demons, in fact, with 13. McLean, and now Johnston tries to get it to Godfrey. Can he get away from Ling? Can't get away from Riccardi. Ling, who also doesn't look to be moving all that well. Hampered somewhat. Hurried kick from McLean. Still in the danger area, the Demons applying some good tackling pressure on Rook.
A late goal here by the Demons would be very handy.
Given that Geelong will be one down in the second half.
They haven't played great football, but they'll be within range going into the half-time break.
It means that Blake obviously has to ruck for the rest of the game for Geelong, pretty much. Motlop tries to get his second. Meeks. Scarlett was with him every inch of the way.
Brought him like a glove, Matthew Scarlett on David Meeks. Just need to hold possession here. The Cats wind the clock down.
Cameron Ling leads the way possession-wise for the Cats with 15. Josh Hunt, who's got the kick in, his second with 12. And as long as he can to Egan, who's been brave today for the Cats. Into the top weakly, shovels it out. Robertson, he looks angry as he just dumped it onto the boot. Kelly, Johnston, watch out for the Davey tackle. Got away though. Sanderson to Bartel, wing it, full stretch again. Armstrong, and the siren to end the first half. An intriguing opening half from Skilled Stadium. The locals are on their feet as Nathan Ablett kicked a goal with his first kick in AFL footy. Steve Johnston was a star, but then Brad Ottens injured his groin having a shot for goal, and he will play no further part for the rest of the game, and who knows, maybe not for the rest of the season. The Cats 9-4-58, the Demons 4-7-31. Well, we know that Geelong have lost Brad Ottens. We also know that Nathan Brown will not take any further part for the Demons, so a terrible loss for Melbourne. Both sides, one man down for the second half. And of course, with Ottens off the ground, you would expect Nathan Ablett will play right through this second half. 27 points is the margin as we restart here from Skilled Stadium.
And David Meeks lining up in the Melbourne back half.
Well, Corey gets it into half forward, so Neil Danaher not going down without at least trying something. Sharp play by Rigoni, over to Maloney, and now onto the wing. Good interception by Tanase on McLean. McLean just hesitated for a moment. It'll turn out all right. Davey linking up with Motlop. He can go back to Davey. Sold it beautifully. Still could have laid it off. Sets it up instead. Uze, the targeted full forward. Robertson lying in wait. Rook there as well. And concedes safely the behind on the ball.
So Melbourne are actually playing Robinson and Uze out of the goal square.
And I think Melbourne supporters will at least applaud Neil Danaher trying something.
Had to try something.
So Josh Hunt kicks into Ling, who takes it on the bounce. Searching kick for Corey, who's up over Miller. Did very well, Joel Corey. He's got players inside, but brilliantly done by Miller. Should have been rewarded with the free kick. Chance for the Cats. Bartel, Corey. Handball was a poor one. It was intended for Blake. Oh, he laid a good bump on White. Johnston tried to break the tackle, couldn't. Rigoni, Bizzle. Need him to come into it. He kicks towards half forward. Chance at ground level, McLean. Loops the handball to Holland. Oh, he had to wait for it. Well done, Milburn. Intercepted. Riccardi, Mooney. And he uses Josh Hunt, who should deliver out wide, and he does. Well done, Playfair. Gathers on the bounce. Oh, shocking kick intended for Milburn. McLean shovels it underground to Rigoni. Concedes ground Bizzle. It's ugly play at the moment. He chips it out wide. And the mark's taken by Maloney. Just forward of the wing. Kick out wide is a good one. Yeah, well done, Miller. Running hard to present. He's marked it right half forward. Lead offered by Robertson into the pocket. Good pressure coming from Rook. Well done by Bartel as Motlop slipped over. He's down too. The Cats bring it out. Scarlett, Rook, Riccardi, Tanase. Look out. Brilliantly done by Davey. Should be penalised, and it's a Melbourne free kick. Maloney plays on, but it must come back. And great stuff from Aaron Davey. He's got a free kick, 60 from goal.
Well, they need a lift from Aaron Davey. Only the 4 possessions so far. Need a lift out of Davey and also Uze up in the forward line.
That's why Motlop took a few seconds to get up. In fact, he's still on his knees after the whack. Davey kicks out wide to Rigoni. So Rigoni, right half forward, too far out to score.
He's coming straight off the ground at the moment.
He's in a fair bit of strife here, Modlop.
So Rigoni kicks to a central location. Holland at the back, couldn't take the mark. Uze, Mooney's got it. Well done, Uze. Quick kick out of the pack, bouncing through, but it's offline, and Sanderson was able to see it over. It was a solid hit from Jared Rook, and Motlop just slipped as he went to tackle. Let's have a look at it. There it is, crunch. So interesting to see what happens to Rook over the course of the next few days.
And they've called the blood rule, so he's coming off. Now, just on Nathan Brown, boys, he came off early in that second quarter, not seemingly in great deal of distress, but obviously got a hit on the hip. They're claiming that it was a bruised hip, and it's obviously seized up the further he spent time on the bench. So he's in a bit of strife, as you saw as he was leaving the ground at half-time.
Thanks, Andy. It'll be interesting to see how they assess that, because, as you said, Sos, Motlott slipped, but Rook did throw the arm back, so it'll be a tough one for the match review panel.
Oh, you think he'd be okay with that? Obviously, Motlott slipping into the forearm. I mean, there's nothing wrong trying to fend a player off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And now David Neate's off the ground, boys.
Who knows after what we saw last night with the Chris Judd report. 9-4 to 4-9. Scarlett. And the Cats just a little slow to get moving in this second half so far, in the early minutes, of course. Bartel. Back to Koularidis. We're out of the loose man, Sanderson. Little stop-start so far. Up to Corey, who's snuck away. Rigoni bearing down. Corey was patient and tried to find Johnson. Throw in with the Cats 9-4, the Demons 4-9. Joel Corey in game number 100. 12 possessions for the first half. Steve Johnson with 12 as well, and 2 goals. Jeff White comes from behind. Blake got the tap down with his boot. Amazing stuff, and the mark paid. Davey and Jeff White is going to really try and run Blake around the ground. You get the feeling. He got the fumble that time, and then we'll see a ball up. Be a big test for Blake with the aerobic nature of Jeff White in this second half, Sos.
Oh, yeah, but it's a great opportunity now for him, isn't it? He'll know that he's got the next 2 quarters to go against Jeff White. Another learning experience for him.
White farming it down. Davies got involved in this third quarter. McLean and now Maloney. They're starting to break the lines for the Demons. Huze stays back in the square. He'll go one-on-one with Hunt. Hunt from the front. Huze stayed down, lost his footing at the crucial moment, and in the end he's going to get pinged. That's the rule you love so much, Sos.
Well, there's 4 blokes sitting on top of him. It's just impossible to be able to get the ball out. Like, he falls on top of it. Oh, please.
It's like kids playing in the backyard, isn't it?
That's ridiculous.
Geelong's first free kick since the first quarter, in fact. As Riccardi heads for Playfair. Holland with the timely fist. Ling again labouring. Maybe the ground just falling a little wet underneath him. Riccardi darts away and delivers for Johnson. Wheatley now his opponent. I think that's his third. And the clever Steve Johnson just tailored the kick in the direction of Kingsley. Nicholson is now his opponent.
Well, you just sense that Melbourne at the moment are wearing their opponent a lot closer than they did in the first half of football.
Any idea what the problem with David Neates is there, Andy?
They were working on his leg, Hutto, but it didn't appear to be the knee that troubled him a couple of weeks ago.
I was going to say, could you be more specific than the leg or not?
Not the knee.
Blake escaped the clutch as well. Set up Riccardi. Great touch to Bartel, who can drive it home for another one. For the Cats, 10-4-64. Melbourne are 4-9-33.
Great stuff there from Peter Riccardi. And Blake, good work from him as well. He was able to shovel it out to Riccardi. Bartel knew instantly that the mark wouldn't be paid because it wasn't 15, and he turned and delivered. So the Cats reassert their authority. So the first goal of the second half to Geelong. The last 6 entries inside 50 for Melbourne have yielded 4 points. So they've got the ball in there, but they just haven't been able to get the score on the board. Blake had first hands to that one. Coming through Reid. Wheatley gets it forward, and Miller in playing in front as Mark. Scarlett with the job on him, it would seem, in this third quarter. And Russell Robertson just indicating there, go for home. Gee, do they desperately need this? The margin is 31 points. And Brad Miller, who kicked the goal in the opening quarter. And as you can see, he kicks it out to the right, so disappointing that. And the Melbourne score now 4-10 as opposed to Geelong's score of 10-4.
And if anything, Chris, the wind's picked up this quarter and is favouring the end, but Melbourne's kicking to it.
Season on the line for the Demons, as it is for the Cats today. All in. A rare mistake. Maloney there to pounce. Now he's got options. One of them out wide. Travis Johnston waiting patiently. Had time to really size it up. And he guides it towards goal. He likes it. Demons have got 5. And it keeps him within touch.
Well, it does, and Josh Hunt put probably a bit too much on this kick. It was too hot for Cameron Ling to handle. Here's the kick, straight through his hands, the mistake, and the turnover occurs, and it was Travis Johnson on the end of it that put the ball through for Melbourne.
Being a bit harsh on Josh Hunt, aren't you? Blaming him.
I'm not trying to blame him, but the kick was red hot.
Inside 50s in this quarter, 5-1 in favour of the Demons. Now, what's happened here is...
Against Mooney, maybe.
Now, umpire Ellis running to the scene. He's going to Russell Robertson, and there's a Melbourne free kick against Mooney.
Simon Godfrey was on the receiving end, Chris.
So just as the umpire prepared to bounce the ball in the middle, a free kick has been plucked out to Simon Godfrey. Gee, well, this could be a huge moment here because he should convert from just 20 metres directly in front. And slight delay here. Now, Godfrey's given the all clear. This to bring the Demons back to within 3 goals. He pops it through. Melbourne hit back.
It's on.
So controversial free kick paid by umpire Ellis. And that's live. Miller, Egan, Cooleritis involved.
I want to be careful they don't give another one away here. The Cats are in dangerous territory.
And Brad Miller and Cooleritis, a couple of jumper punches thrown in.
Well, this game, the tension's starting not just to simmer, they're starting to boil over. It means so much. This is what we saw just a few minutes ago. All that after Mooney conceding a free kick and gifting a goal to the Demons. Suddenly, they're within 18 points and they're right in this. Another free kick going Melbourne's way. Locals are aghast. Jeff White
Just needs to get it in there, Jeff White. They're under the pump, the Cats.
They are. They're hot at the moment, the Demons. Robertson the target. Scarlett stood up pretty well. But
well
heads to
done.
Whelan. Created an opportunity. McLean to Robertson. The Demons are within 2. From nowhere, they have hit back with 3 goals. 12 points the difference at Skilled Stadium. And the murmur goes around the crowd.
Well, the Demons have been dominating out of the middle. We see Mooney in the ruck now. And really, they've had every opportunity to kick goals, Melbourne, but their forwards have given nothing. And we see Robinson there on screen, but that was a terrific gather. But if their forwards can create the spark up there, work together more importantly, they're going to be every chance.
You talk about the spark, Sauce. This is started by Philip Reid. He has got under the skin of this Geelong defence. He and Brad Miller, who's just given away a free kick, I reckon.
Yeah, you're right, Andy. A free kick to Mooney in the centre. Chance now for the Cats. Long inside attacking 50. Holland paid the mark. Oh, gee, don't know about that. So Ben Holland and David Neitz started this quarter in defence. Neitz off the ground. Holland taking plenty of time. That's a shocking kick. He's kicked it straight to Mooney. No Melbourne player within 30 metres of where that ball went. Mooney over the top to Hunt. Now Riccardi wants his left side. So He delivers under pressure, kicks towards Bartel. Now what's happened? 50 against Philip Reid. He took the mark, Reid put him down.
It's the serial offenders, isn't it? They must frustrate the coaches so much.
There's the mark, and Bartel helped himself to the ground, but you still can't grab them.
You can't grab them, but I don't know, that's the inconsistency of some umpires. You can get away with it sometimes and other times you can't, but Phil Reid should have known better there. But it's the undisciplined acts that are hurting both these teams. We just saw that one on that occasion by Phil Reid and Cameron Mooney at the other end of the ground just moments ago.
Well, Bartel now a chance. He's just 30 metres from goal. Pretty much directly in front of goals. Kicks him second. Cats get one. So Geelong end a pretty good patch there for Melbourne. And after Melbourne kicked 3 goals in 3 minutes, there's the free kick. You just can't do it, Steve.
I know you can't. Obviously wasn't in the marking contest. But the rule states you are not allowed to do that. And he's paid the price, Phil Reid.
Brenton Sanderson was just letting Phil Reid know all about how costly his 50 metres turned out to be. James Bartel kicks his second goal. 16 possessions, enough to provide Neil Danaher with a bit more of a headache. 18 points the margin, though. This game has really livened up in the last 5 minutes. The Demons right back in the thick of the contest. Great combat in the middle. Free kick again against Reid, goes to Sanderson. And you can see about the feeling from both these sides. Sanderson looks in both mirrors, doesn't see much now. He sees Scarlett sliding past. And he kicks for half forward. Steve Johnson takes it. Inside 50, it's fairly crowded. Nathan Ablett, who's kicked the 1 goal, makes the lead. Gary's down there as well. Meantime, Steve Johnson waiting till something he likes a little better. Umpire not so patient. Ling, Davey came in with a fist at the crucial stage. Now bodies are on the line. It's tough stuff at half forward for the Cats. Whelan takes it. Armstrong better watch out. Very high contact from Bartel. Melbourne now have to keep their cool and not turn it over.
We got numbers here in Melbourne.
Yeah, Ferguson floating it out to the wing.
Go all the way.
It's in safe hands. Travis Johnson cruising down the wing. Make that 4 bounces. Sets it up with the kick. Oh, Robertson, it wasn't a great delivery. Egan kept his head. Scarlett not so clean with the hands. Under pressure here, Koularitis just got it to Scarlett. Yes, just. And now Johnson has a chance. He's got his own block of land in the middle. He can swing it to Kelly. Cat surging forward. Bartel and Ablett. Bartel will take it. Goes for Kingsley. Oh, Kingsley thought he was going for goal. And he hesitated and he was lost. Oh, danger! Ablett gets it in front of Whelan. Whelan kept his footing and now can send it out to McLean. Again, it's a smother. The game in the balance at the moment. You get that feeling as Maloney takes it away. Mistakes galore. Here's McLean. Here's the Demons going forward.
Kicks long inside attacking 50. Robertson outnumbered. Mark missed by Egan. Hunt to support. And he'll transfer play across the ground, but Godfrey applying some pressure. It's still a loose ball. Well done, Melbourne. Kept his composure. Great chase though from Godfrey. Scrambles a kick out wide. Melbourne will be there first there. Reid needs to use it now, Phil Reid. White, confronted by Kelly. Oh, gee, he handballed inside. Eventually it got to Regani. Can set something up here, the Demons. Kick towards Uze. Through his legs. Was he taken off the ball? No, said the umpire. Sanderson. Burns. Out towards the wing, and Steve Johnson, another possession to him. Possession number 16, long towards half forward. Bizzle comes to meet it. He's up against Bartel, the 2 number 3s. Ferguson, look out. Kept his head, well done. Whelan. Melbourne have lifted their intensity. Poor kick from Whelan though. Oh, falls fortuitously for Wheatley, and he's away. Draws a player. Now the captain, David Neath, back on the ground. Lead from Robertson is a beauty. And Robertson marks strongly above his head. And a chance now to kick goal number 4 for Russell Robertson and bring the margin back to within 12 points.
Yes, Chris, you talk about intensity, don't you? I mean, the game's just come up a notch. You sense Melbourne sense they've got a chance here, and just been so very important that they keep working as a team, which they failed to do in that first half. There's been a lot of support by their on-ballers to get back and help their backmen.
So Russell Robertson's kicked 45 goals, 14 from set shots. Kick on its way, he's drifted across the face. He'll be disappointed with that, although it was a difficult shot. Margin now 17 points as we look at Mark Thompson, who all of a sudden has got some slight concerns.
Demons have started to handball the ball a lot more in this quarter, Sauce. 18 handballs in the first quarter, 26 in the second. They've already had 25, and we're just beyond the halfway stage in this third quarter. So they're really starting to run and share it a lot more. Sanderson's kick in the direction of Ling and Johnson. White tries to sabotage that plan. Now Kelly with some support from Hunt. Tough one for Riccardi with Whelan bearing down. Body pressure illegal, said the umpire. Whelan not impressed. Riccardi heads for Ablett. Ferguson led him to the ball that time. He's well wrapped up, and now Ablett gets the chance after the Mooney tackle. He got through, lays it off to Burns, created a goal.
Oh, it's hit the post.
Oh, Burns missed it. Boy, well played by Mooney and Nathan Ablett. Great tackle. And Ablett could have kept on running, but he's a very unselfish player, they say, very keen to lay it off. He's shown that all year in the VFL.
It was great to see. He could have blazed away, but just realised he just gave that little handball to Burns, but it was a great tackle by Mooney.
Josh Hunt's just come off the ground. Boys gone straight up the race. Seem to be favouring a collarbone or a shoulder.
Oh, gee, bad news for Geelong, with Otten's already off the ground.
Indicative of these two sides' season in somewhat, isn't it? All the injuries.
Oh, the Johnson kick was poor. Gets past White, now to Cameron Ling, who just bangs to the goal square. Nathan Ablett! Oh, Kingsley tried to cut his lunch again, and he dropped the mark. Eventually it spills out, and Melbourne a chance to clear. Well done, Johnston. Davey, White, back to Johnston. Look out, he's well chased, but he gets the kick out wide to Rigoni. Big opportunity here for the Melbourne side. Wide open forward line. Rigoni draws the player. McLean back to Rigoni. Finish it off, guy. From 30. He kicks and he misses. Margin 17 points.
Well, they've worked it out, haven't they, Melbourne? They are starting the handball, as Hutto said early on, and we just see the spoiling of the Geelong players there, but they are running the ball. Geelong have been dropping numbers back, and every time Melbourne have gone inside their forward, gone to go inside their forward 50, there have been Geelong players to chop the ball off, particularly early on in this particular game. But now Melbourne using their hands, building the play up, and getting some run out of their back line.
3-5 Melbourne in this quarter to Geelong's 2-1, so 8 scoring shots to 3. But they've missed plenty of opportunities.
Get you to explain cutting the lunch later on,
sure.
Chriso, as Corey goes to Egan over his head, and they're under pressure here, the Cats. Demons really sensing their opportunity. Travis Johnson, has he done enough? Oh, yes, he has. They've bounced back. 11 points the difference at Skilled Stadium. What a ripper set the sign. And the Cats perhaps just overdoing it a bit. Egan missed the mark, and all of a sudden the pressure got too much. Travis Johnston was there to pounce.
Well, there's no doubt there's been more opponent responsibility by Melbourne, and the reason why Geelong haven't been able to hit their targets as easy as they did in the first half of football.
Neil Danaher feeling a lot more comfortable now. They really have come back hard, the Demons, in this third quarter. Margin 11 points. White decisively out of the centre. Miller comes to meet it again. Out wide, Travis Johnston's been fantastic in this third term. Kick towards the leader, Godfrey. Play on's the call. Reid chips it forward. Out comes Robertson.
Oh, great grab.
He's taken it on. Play on. Oh, dear me. Armstrong's tackled. Play on now, and a chance for Scarlett now as a free kick. The evener upper has to be. Sanderson in the hands of the trainers.
Can I just make a point, Chris? We see Sanderson in the hands of the trainers. This is what Melbourne didn't do early on in the game. Make the Geelong backmen earn their kicks. They didn't make them. They didn't hit their bodies. But we just see Sanderson coming off the ground now. I think he'll think twice next time going back to the flight.
Gee, Russell Robertson a bit unlucky there. Would have been kicking at his fourth, and will need to be a slight time delay here as Sanderson. Here's the Brendan Sanderson hit. Got through the left elbow right above the eye. So Brendan Sanderson brave going back with a fly coming from the ground.
And Chris, in the first half of football, Geelong were taking easy grabs going with the fly to the ball. That time Godfrey made him earn it.
Yep, he certainly did.
It's like a war casualty down there. Andrew, I'll get your thoughts in a moment. Here's the free kick.
The right hand from Rook was the one. It was certainly there. So Armstrong from 40 metres. Couple of steps. Drop putt is pretty good. He's kicked it. Yes! So Stephen Armstrong, a touch surprised that it went through, but all of a sudden, quite remarkably, the margin is just 5 points, and midway through the second term, it was as much as 34 points in favour of the Cats.
Well, unbelievable turnaround. Here's the hit again, but Melbourne all day have been wearing the clearances out of the middle, and it's just been a matter of time now that the Melbourne forwards are starting to work together.
Game on at Skilled Stadium. Andrew Marr, what's the injury toll down there?
It's getting bigger by the minute. Hutto Uze looks like he's come off with that groin. They've got Mottler with the head high. Neitz is obviously out there under some sufferance at the moment. No Nathan Brown. Josh Hunt still in the rooms for the Cats.
All right, and of course Otten's off early in the match. Now, here goes Geelong through Ling. Try getting under that one. Ablett and Johnston do. No mark for either player. Bizzle comes up with the crumbs. And now Maloney and the Demons are going again. Godfrey told to move it on quickly. Obliges. Whelan floating down. Scarlett decides to leave his man. It's Motloff, I think, is wearing number 53 because his other jumper was bloodied. You might see him in a moment. Rigoni had to switch play and he gives Joel Corey a chance. McLean with the fist. Davey ready to pounce. Over to Bizzle. And now Godfrey can launch one. Long to full forward. Rook versus Robertson. Rook stood his ground. Armstrong through for a behind. Wow, what a game it is now. 11-5 Geelong. 9-13 Melbourne. 22 scoring shots to 16 in favour of the Demons. That's going to come back to full-back, and Peter Riccardi with the kicking duties in the absence of Josh Hunt.
Chips it short, mark taken by Rook. Cats just need to steady here. Retain possession. Oh, the kick from Rook was a little shabby, but it's okay. Corey marks. Still inside defensive 50. Good hard running from Cameron Ling. Presents out wide. And he's away. Advantage paid as he kicks long towards half forward. Play very good position. Well done by Holland. Now disputed footy. Nathan Ablett tried to shovel it through to his brother. Couldn't. Ferguson. Holland. Now Rigoni forced to retreat and kicks across the ground cleverly. And the mark taken by Bizzle. Now he's called to play on Clint Bizzle. Wobbles a kick out towards the wing. Out in front of Motlop. Scarlett in hot pursuit, and together they take it over, so a boundary throw in on the wing. There's the handballs. Melbourne's handball count up significantly in this third quarter. Boundary throw in to Nace and Ling. Together they fumble, and another boundary throw in. Interesting inside 50s for the match. 37 Melbourne, 25 Geelong.
And that is mainly due to this quarter, as you can see there. 15-6. He got right back in it. Motlop had a fresh airy. Rigoni, who's been prominent, gets them to centre half forward. Phil Reid. The Demons could be in front in moments. If Robertson could get it, Armstrong also misses his opportunity. Play on the call. McLean out wide. Robertson can't bring it back, but he's decked. There's a whistle. Yep. And he's going to get another shot at it. Jared Rook, the offender. No, it was Shannon Burns, in fact. And hard to know from that replay how much was in it.
Exactly. It didn't look to be a lot on the replay, did it?
Just saw the disappointment.
Melbourne have kicked 3 goals. Sorry, Sauce.
The disappointment on Mark Thompson's face. They've given a number of goals away from undisciplined Axis quarter.
Well, it's 3 goals, 1 from free kicks for Melbourne for the day. Robertson has a second try and does no better. It's a behind, but the margin sliced back to just 3. And the tension almost unbearable for some of the locals here today. It went so well for them, didn't it, early? And really, since Ottens has been injured, the Demons have got right back in the game. Of course, they've had plenty of injuries themselves.
5-7 to 2-1 in favour of Melbourne in this quarter. 12 shorty shots, just a 3. Good mark taken by Egan. He kicks a loose player on the wing. Kanace, Gavison now he's away, he can run. Kicks long inside attacking 50. Nathan Ablett and Ferguson. Ferguson not quite. Play on's the call underneath Nathan Ablett there at the base of the pack. And umpire Ellis calls for it. So a bounce 30 metres from Geelong's goal. There's the marking attempt by Ferguson. Ablett did enough to thwart that attempt. So play fair against Holland here. Third man up was Blake, knocks it towards the goal square. Davey needs to be clean here. He is blistering speed. It's exciting stuff from the Melbourne forward. Playing in defence, chips at the Miller in the centre. Maloney running past, kick towards Robertson, who leads from full forward. Super kick. Take a bow, Brett Maloney. That was superb. And getting back to Aaron Davey, just in the background of your shot there, he was absolutely exhilarating. Look at the speed here. Oh, gee.
We saw the attempted trip. I'm not too sure who that was from, but the kick by Maloney was just a place kick. Russell Robertson on the lead.
There's Kelly just putting the foot out. Now Robertson from right on 50. Loads up. Drop punt. Is home. And Melbourne in front. Could you believe it? They were nearly 6 goals down in the second term. And 2 minutes left in this third term, and they are in front.
Well, yes, they run again out of the back half, which they lacked so in the first half of football. But they've also worked out that Geelong were dropping men back in the first half, but now they're starting to use the ball, running the ball. And certainly, we just have a look at this kick by Maloney. It was an absolute beauty.
Well, there's Scarlett. I was just going to say, I reckon it might be time for a change on Russell Robertson, and they're doing it. They were trying to drag Scarlett out of the play, Sauce, the Demons, and now he's gone back to full back onto Russell Robertson.
Which was smart coaching by Neil Danaher. Scarlett, when he doesn't pick up the number 1 forward, he's an attacking backman.
Blake White wins the tap. Action stations here. Play on out of the middle, White. He's been terrific. Gets them to centre half forward, Burns. Bodies need to be put on the line as Riccardi sends the Cats out to the wing. Davey has had a wonderful third quarter, stalking the Cats, and the ball is over the line and out of bounds. 10 possessions just for the day from Aaron Davey, but he's given them the zip and the run in this quarter, that's for sure. White again, he's had 7 possessions for the quarter, Davey. Here comes Burns, his opposite number. Bartel out to Blake, had to be quick. Johnston went in hard, Ling over the top. Godfrey. Reed tries to get the handball away, and he was held on to. Geelong fans voice their disapproval.
Well, just at the moment, no one's picking Aaron Davey up. Josh Hunt was the man going to him, but he's just gone in far too much space.
Looks like Shannon Burns is his direct opponent at the moment, as Reed just puts it along the line to Wheatley. Melbourne in front. 10-14 to 11-5. The mood has changed. The local crowd. Wheatley bombs away. Egan gets a bit of a run-up. Couleritis looking for someone to lay it off to. Eventually, he found Ling, who kicks along the line. It wasn't a particularly well-placed kick. Kelly used his body very effectively. Corey outnumbered. Could have won a free. Kelly put his body on the line. White went through. Crowd on their feet. This is great stuff. Ball up at half forward. They're fighting for final square. could have been a free, though.
It could have been, but you just see Melbourne there. They sense there's some wounded cats out there, and they're working them over.
They smell blood. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Young Egan under stress from Miller. Cats being gang tackled at half forward. Free kick paid. Only seconds remaining after a sensational third quarter by the Demons. They've got their noses in front. The Geelong fans aren't happy, Sauce, but the Melbourne fans, there's not too many of them. They'd be delighted.
Well, they are. 6 goals to 2 in Melbourne's favour that quarter. Rigoni and Davey were outstanding, and also McLean.
So three-quarter time here, and the Demons in front. The news from England, it's going to rain tonight, so sit back and watch the big one, the showdown from Port and Adelaide. 10-14-74 to 11-5-71. Russell Robertson leading the way. 4 goals for the day. Travis Johnston brilliant as well. He's kicked 2. And it really had plenty, boys, didn't it? That third quarter, there was lots of goals, but lots of angst between the two sides. We saw goals given away with free kicks on both sides.
Yeah, well, we just see here some of these jumper punching, but the turning point was when Geelong gave a goal away, but just after Melbourne had kicked the goal, and they kicked 3 goals in a row, Melbourne, which gave them some confidence, and they went on with it in that third quarter.
We talked about how important this game is, and you can see our live ladder in the bottom left of screen. That's presuming the siren went right now. Melbourne would get the 4 points, and they would go to 40, and their percentage would have been just outside the 8. And of course the Cats in 7th place. Geelong play West Coast next week here. Melbourne meet the Western Bulldogs, who are still going to play tomorrow. So that just shows the stakes that they're playing for today. Very shortly we'll get down to Andrew Marr to give us an update on the injuries, but we're ready to go in the third quarter, and injuries could play a huge part in this last quarter. Both sides undermanned as we get ready to go.
Umpire Werner, perfect bounce in the centre. Won by White, shark by Ling. Hoisted high towards half forward. Foot race, can someone get to it? Johnson tries, can't. Bizzle. Handball was ineffective. Melbourne scrags a kick inside, attacking 50. Out comes Ferguson. Nathan Ablett hot in pursuit. Now a chance for Tenace. He uses Nathan Ablett. Gets around Rigoni. Chips it short. Cameron Ling is marked. And a good start in the opening seconds of this final turn by the Cats. Good work from Nathan Ablett. And more injury concerns there. Kane Tenace limping away from that incident. He was dragged down. But good presence and good composure shown by Nathan Ablett. Cameron Ling from just inside 50. Loads up. It's got plenty on it. It's home. The Cats back in front. So Geelong draw first blood in this final term, and they lead it by 3 points.
Yes, and some good tackling by the Cats. More importantly, Chriso, they won the ball out of the middle, which they've really struggled with. And great ball usage here by Nathan Ablett and Ling to put the goal through.
Crowd making plenty of noise. Neil Danaher and Mark Thompson very pensive. Andrew Marr, what is the injury situation to the best of your knowledge?
Melbourne's got to have issues with Neitz and Uze Hutto, both started this quarter on the bench. Josh Hunt got hit in the solar plexus and was throwing up in the rooms in that third quarter.
Geelong insert inside 50 again. Play fair, and also Holland playing tricks there. 40 out from goal. Over the top, Burns. Ferguson trying to pluck it out of the pack. Will it come out the other side? It does. Whelan. But it's all Geelong out there on the wing. Crowd screaming and yelling as Mooney gets to his feet. Tenace, who we saw look a little hurt before, out of the clutches of Davey, and that's not an easy thing to do. The pressure was good though. McLean from the turnover. Rook now got Motlop. He's given away the free. Free to Motlop. Just for a little bit of manhandling. The initial part of that contest. He bombs it away. Up towards Robertson. Will drop a bit shorter. Corey was strong. Scarlett steadfast as always. It's just outside 50. It's a tense time at Field Stadium. Geelong 77. Melbourne 74. Early minutes of this final quarter.
And Clint Bizzle has got the big job on Steve Johnson.
Motlop came through. Corey, Bartel, Ling. Just continues to generate possessions. Koulariadis escapes and gets it back. Well done to Ling, and now Kelly. Downfield, will it be paid or will it come back? There was no advantage to Geelong.
It has to go back.
It won't. Holland, meantime, drives it to Johnston, who escapes and kicks. Robertson's coming. Corey with the lunge, but he couldn't stop him. He couldn't stop Russell Robertson.
A great kick by Travis Johnson.
He moves it quickly. He misfires, and this could set up a Geelong move forward. Mooney hesitated. He always knew they were in trouble because Davey was around. Well done by Mooney. Was composed. Ablett didn't go. Had to back Whelan, but he's facing the wrong way, and he'll try and kickstart the D's.
Whelan from centre half back, kicks it out wide. It's a wobbly old kick, but it gets to McLean.
Got plenty in board if he looks.
Who marks it half back to Maloney. He can go round Gary Ablett from the centre of the ground, kicks towards half forward, coming out. Well done, Corey, worked to the front, couldn't hold on. Chance for Scarlett. Oh, he just brushed Godfrey aside, then kicks with the left boot. Couple here. Ablett wants to play on, no one stands him up. Maloney's got to go to him. He does it pretty well, Maloney. Ablett chips to his brother. What a great kick from Gary Jr. And 50. 50 metres.
Listen to the crowd.
A certain goal to Nathan Ablett. Let's have a look at that. This is Scarlett, who brushed Godfrey aside. And from there was Gary Ablett, who see Maloney there. Maloney had to go to him, try and put some pressure on.
I think
Ablett delivered to his brother.
Just on the 50, Chris, I'm certain the Melbourne blokes thought that ball was touched off Gary Ablett's boot.
So Whelan, the offending player, Nathan Ablett, thank you very much. He took his second catch by 9 points.
Well, it was a super kick by Gary Ablett, but I'm still trying to work out what the 50 was for.
I think it was because Whelan tackled Nathan Ablett after he took the mark. You watch it here.
Well and truly.
Gary Ablett. Here's Nathan. Now watch Whelan come in here. Can't do that.
And you can see the Demons pleading that it was touched off the boot. The umpire said no. What a noise they're making at Skilled Stadium. If they had a roof down here, it would have been lifted off. 83 plays 74. Plenty of time for the Demons, but the Cats suddenly have got more zip and running their legs. Whelan.
Oh, well done.
He was the martyr that time for the Demons. Got up, put the handball away. Reed, it's a hot potato. Wheatley over the top. He's wrapped up. And there's another casualty. It's Whelan.
Yeah, he's in massive trouble, Hutto. He paid one for the team then. He took it for the side.
Great courage shown by Matthew Whelan.
Well, they reckon the contact and the toughness has gone out of the game. You just got to come and watch this today. Maloney tried to barge through. Mooney said no way. Charging forward, Melbourne. He's been quiet today. Here's Nathan Ablett again. Ferguson. Cat's careful not to give away the free. And now Davey can escape. Off half back. He's got 3 to beat and he beats them. Hands down. Well done, Aaron Davey. Through the middle. The handball wasn't so good. Wheatley might give it back to Davey. He doesn't. He pokes it instead to Motlop. Davey keeps on running by his side. Now Robertson makes his move. Instead he goes out wide to Maloney. Maloney's a thundering kick. Robertson read it beautifully. The ball dropped and he read it off the boot superbly. Russell Robertson, great skill.
Yeah, he did. I don't know whether Maloney just meant to put it out in front because he saw the Geelong defenders running back towards the goal square. And I thought it was a really well-placed kick. There's the wheel and injury. We just have a look at this build-up.
I think he might have just been pushed off the kick.
Well judged by Robertson.
Either way, he's kicked 4-3 today, Russell Robertson. He can drive this through for his 5th goal to keep the Demons right in the mix.
Good work from Motlop and good running from Maloney and good aggressive play on situation. He could have quite easily gone back off the mark, which wouldn't have been the best option. There's Scarlett and Robertson. And great work, great body position from Russell Robertson. 5 goals to 3. A great return this afternoon. Mark Thompson, his side leads but only just by 3 points. Centre breaks 3-zip in favour of the Cats. Cameron Mooney doing the job for Geelong. We're in for a gripping final term. White gets this one down to Rigoni. Can't get an effective possession away. Mooney slips at the Burns, who slipped down, was taken high. A bit lucky because he slipped down on his knee. And can argue that he ducked into that, but he's got the free kick. Long towards half forward. Out comes Playfair. Out comes Kingsley. Can't take the mark. Gary Ablett couldn't control it. Holland's got it. Head down. Somehow he threw it out to Davey. Nicholson just jams it on the boot as far as Burns. Ineffective play. Chips it out wide, and Hutt back on the ground has taken the mark at half forward. Crowd screaming. There's Playfair. Hutt now. Long drop punt to the top of the goal square, or push out from Playfair, not to Gary Ablett. Can he produce something? He can! Superb stuff! Cats by 9 points, and some magic there from Gary Ablett.
Well, he's had a reasonably quiet day, Gary Ablett, but could be a little lucky here. We just saw the Playfair push there, but Ablett front and square. Great footwork, really quick, super goal.
Well, Gary Ablett Jr. has spent much of the day trying to look after his younger brother. He gets one himself there, and what a crucial one it was. The margin is now 9 points. This game is action-packed, that's for sure, and it's certainly not over yet. 89 Geelong, 80 Melbourne. McLean, the unlikely ruckman. Miller couldn't handle it. Egan put his body in. Riccardi, with his guile and experience, poked it out onto the wing. Josh Hunt didn't use his weapon, his big left foot. Instead, he went to Mooney. Cats possessing it. Riccardi's also got a sharp left boot. And he guided it well for Kelly. Clean bowl. At half back. Holland with time. Goes straight for the line. He found touch. Great kick. Some days he might have even been pinged for that. But it was great defence from Ben Holland. 89 Geelong, 80 Melbourne.
Look at the clearance domination there in this quarter by the Cats.
Jeff White, his second hit out with his feet for the day. Miller, dispossessed. Egan finds a way. It's inside 50. Playfair couldn't get the spoil on Ben Holland. Building a wall for the Demons. Across half back. So Holland looks up. There's no movement really for him. Eventually Ferguson gives him a lead. So does McLean. Ling got the fist in. And the ball over the line. And the crowd again rise for the great Cameron Ling.
You've got to take the punt in those situations and take the ball, take a chance, take it in your hands. McLean tried to mark that on his chest and just gave the opportunity there for Ling to put the fist in.
Uze back on.
So a boundary throw in, just the attacking side of the wing for the Cats. White, he took it out, didn't get an effective possession away, lucky not to be penalised. They fight for it at ground level, Milburn and Bell, and eventually umpire calls for it. Umpire Davis.
Darren Milburn, just 10 possessions today, boys. He's had a wonderful season, averaging 20 possessions a game.
So Mooney and White lock arms. White, Godfrey off a step. Riccardi off him, ricochets to Burns. Kicks to a central location. Steve Johnson. He's clever. He always finds the football. Chips it towards Kingsley. He's been outstanding today, Steve Johnson. And he used it there again very effectively. 17 disposals, 9 marks for Johnson.
Well, his usage was superb here, but terrific mark by Kingsley. Looked as though he was going to run underneath the ball, but just talked Nicholson out of the equation, jumped early and just protected the ball with his body.
5th mark inside 50 today for Kent Kingsley. 15 in all for the Cats, 9 to Melbourne.
He's kicked 22 goals in 6 games against Melbourne.
He's kicked 3, now he's kicked 4. Cats further in front. the last couple of goals, you would think Geelong had this game in their keeping despite a valiant third quarter performance from the Demons. The margin skips out for 15 points.
Long time to go yet, Michael.
Not the way Geelong are playing.
It's a day when the wounded are doing all they can to get back out on the battlefield. All or nothing for the Demons as far as their season is concerned. 15-5 to 11-14. The Cats in control for the moment. Riccardi gets them going again. Harry Ablett didn't get a great bounce. Kept his feet and might get another chance from the Kelly handball. Wheatley was clever, used his body. Geelong have numbers here, but Bell too good on that occasion. Bizzle, former Cat, of course, once kicked 6 for Geelong. And there's Egan, who's had a good day today, Sos.
Well, he has. He's been taking a few marks across half-back, doing a really good job on Miller at the moment.
Generally not a high possession player, only I think averaging 5 possessions a game, but he's had 11 today. They've done a good job. Mooney, White with the delicate touch. McLean tried to get a hand on it, couldn't. Cats got it out, but Travis Johnston, who's been wonderful today, got it away and goes for Armstrong. Hanging on was the call. And so Steve Armstrong with the goals beckoning, and also Aaron Davey.
Quite incredible that the umpire that gave that decision for holding on was actually in general play with that stoppage watch, where the other umpire was in the forward 50, didn't give the decision, and was only probably 15-20 metres away.
It's called being unsighted.
Unsighted.
Apparently.
Aaron Davey to reignite the D's. He's clapping it off the boot. He's happy. They're right in this. Back to just 9. Still half a quarter to go. Demons 12-14.
We just saw the umpire just off screen there. He would have been about 10-15 metres away. That's the free kick.
You think it's a free?
Oh, well, you could give it. You could give it. Often you get away with it.
You certainly used to.
You still got sour grapes, Hunter.
So 9 points the difference. Centre breaks in this quarter, 6-0 in favour of the Cats. So Cameron Mooney doing a wonderful job. Out of the centre, he'll go at it again against Jeff White. Mooney gets it. Riccardi, handball intended for Bartel. Made it a little hard for him, so a centre clearance for the Demons. Davey towards half forward. Out comes Uze. Good handball out wide. Maloney got time to stop. Steady, delivered towards Robertson. And Russell Robertson will kick from 35 metres on about a 30-degree angle. And Brett Maloney again setting up. There was another great kick. He's done it a couple of times. Only had a brief moment and waited superbly. Russell Robertson from 35 metres kicks a goal! Marching back to 3 points. Russell Robertson's kicked 6.
Well, the Demons get it out of the middle. They've struggled out of there so far this quarter. Aaron Davey involved, but the Maloney kick was an absolute beauty. Russell Robertson did really well, just defend his opponent off there, protect the footy. Really important that Jeff White now starts to jump over the top of Mooney.
Russell Robertson, equal career best, 6 goals. Would Bomber Thompson be thinking again of putting Scarlett back to full-back?
I think so. I think he's the guy that's going to win the game for him, Robertson.
Scarlett playing across centre-half back at the moment. You might even see him on screen at the moment. Was that too high? It was, and it's coming back in the middle. So suddenly the Demons, this game is swinging from one way to the other. Suddenly the Demons have got the run and the zip.
Problems continue for the Cats. Hutto Hunt's come off, and there's no doubt that Koularitis is favouring a groin out there.
Well, here's Maloney. He's got away, and he can take the mark.
Well, it's danger now.
He's a big kick of the ball. Perhaps this one might just be beyond him. Right to the line, Robertson. Uze. Johnston's down. Travis Johnston's got it. Can he find the room? Can he find the space? He got crunched. He's it a free? No, it's okay. It's all clear. It's a behind. And now there's only 2 points in it. They can't bear to watch some of the locals.
So the Cats have a chance here. Sanderson from fullback, that's what's ahead of him. Still plenty of time left, just a couple of points in it. Long towards Egan, he can't take the mark. Maloney, Reid concedes ground. Miller can set something up here. Kick around the body. Uze couldn't take the mark. At the back, chance for the Cats to bring it out. Rook knocks it dangerously back into the corridor. Armstrong over the footy and umpire calls for it. So Brendan Sanderson in jumper number 54. Double his normal number after he was taken off with the blood rule a little earlier. Uze from hard up against the boundary. Oh, he's kicked across the face. Good mark taken by Scarlett. Got me excited there for a second, Sauce. Wasn't to be. Tenage drops an easy mark. Great tackle from Davey. Support provided by Burns. They're away now. Bartel kicks towards the lead of Melbourne, who marks centre field. Wants to get on with it quickly. It's been played at a frenetic pace. Burns with speed and pace. Runs through the front of the centre square. Look out, you're gone. Dropping the ball. Free kick Melbourne at centre half back.
Wheatley moves it quickly. Out to Bizzle. He's got a man at half forward, Armstrong. He is in metres of space. Trailing in Scarlett. Geelong need to get Scarlett back surely to the last line where he plays his best footy. Here's the danger man, Robertson. He's got it over. Rook completely. Russell Robertson from the top shelf. He can put the Demons in front and kick a career best 7 goals if he nails this one.
Well, it's his 9th mark inside 50. And as you mentioned, Hutto, there's no doubt that Matthew Scarlett needs to go back and play on it.
He has dominated in the air for the Demons up forward, and he's been the man to convert. Melbourne are in front at Stunskill Stadium. Russell Robertson has almost single-handedly brought the Demons back in front. They lead by 4, and there's just under 7 minutes remaining.
And what a great mark it was, but take it back to the tackle on Shannon Burns at centre half back. There's a very happy Jim Steins, the Brownlow medalist, looking on, and he'd be absolutely excited with his team's comeback. It's been absolutely outstanding, and finally Scarlett has been ushered back to fullback to stand Russell Robertson.
They've lost another one, Chris. O'Cooleritis up into the rooms, the Cats.
So back in the centre, White up against Mooney again. Chance for Ling. Handball chopped down. He'll get a free kick though. Perhaps a little lucky. Advantage paid. Mooney bursts from the centre. Kicks onto the lead. Kingsley. Oh, this is unbelievable stuff. The intensity, the pace of the game is outstanding. And Kent Kingsley now with an opportunity to put the Cats back in front. Great kick coming in from Mooney.
Well, he was good out of the middle there, Mooney, competing in the ruck, and was able to follow up with a fantastic kick.
So Kent Kingsley has kicked 4 goals, 1, coming in for his 5th from right on 50. It's swinging back, but not far enough. So the margin in favour of the Demons, 3 points. Some stunned fans here at Skilled Stadium.
Melbourne haven't had a close game this year. Their closest, a 14-point loss to Fremantle. Their nearest win was an 18-point win over Carlton. Geelong have had 3 close ones, 4-point wins over Adelaide and Port Adelaide, and a 9-point loss to Freo. Centre half back. Here's the location. Make it centre half forward now as the Cats get the turnover. Burns has been busy. Hurry kick from Tenace is all right. Ablett! Gary Ablett! Oh, misses to the left. And inch by inch they climb back. 2 points the difference again.
A precious situation these now with kick-outs.
Wheatley with a job at fullback for the Demons. That's what's ahead of him. Pretty crowded, so he just decides to take the easy option into the back
pocket. It's a safe one. It's a safe one, Chris.
It certainly is. Travis Johnston's been outstanding, coming in for possession number 21. Kicks dangerously towards halfback, but it comes off. Bell. Centre halfback for the Demons. Daniel Bell, just possession number 6. Kicks out wide. Miller gave a contest, wants the boundary line, and Mooney kicks it over, so a Melbourne free kick.
No, that might have been Melbourne.
Melbourne it was. So Brad Miller with the footy, right centre wing, in front of the New Eastern stand.
Pretty tough at the moment, every player has an opponent.
So Miller decides to go long. Contest, Holland, and in front. Good mark taken by Bartel. In fact, the free kick coming back to Egan. So Egan to take it at half-back for the Cats. Just chips it out wide. And Melbourne, there's the 5-minute warning. 5 minutes of actual game time to be played here. Demons by 2. Melbourne chips it back inside to Bartel. Point of the square, left half-back. Decides to switch play, almost dangerously. Corey had to make a contest, he did. Robertson and Scarlett. Robertson's doing it both ends. Now Davey. Davey chips it short, loose player Motlop in the centre of the ground. Motlop, oh, he's hit late by Melbourne. Is that downfield? No. Godfrey and Bartel. Godfrey just knocks to the line and is happy to see it over. Boundary throw in at half forward. And going back, Motlop and Melbourne. It was a late hit by Melbourne, but umpire said it was okay.
Maybe just as he got rid of it, but it was right on the line. Nathan Ablett coming off the ground, replaced by Playfair. Meantime, back in the action, it's the Demons with control. White sends it forward. Uze! He's on the right side for a left footer.
Well, he'll take his time here.
Adam Uze, who has spent so much of the year in the forward line after so much of his career as a midfielder. Of course, 198 consecutive games with the Demons. 6 possessions, just the one behind today. And he's got a behind, which it all counts. We're inside the last 5 minutes. Melbourne holding on to a 3-point lead. Their season is on the line.
Yeah, Hutto, this is the time you don't want to be a full-back. I can tell you, only minutes to play. And the last line is probably the worst line to be on.
Well, Josh Hunt has got that responsibility for the Cats. Tenace breaks. And the kick is a well-placed one from Hunt. He's got nothing on, but he automatically drives it up to a Kelly Wheatley battle. Kelly outnumbered, gets the support. Tenace throws his body over it. Maloney wrapped up, and the line saved him. Otherwise, it would certainly have been holding the ball. But it was over. Right decision. 3 points the margin. It's a time not to make mistakes. It's a time for heroes as well. Reed, the Demons will be happy to lock this up. The umpire tries to keep it going. 26.5 minutes gone. Final quarter from Skilled Stadium. This game's had it all.
Bounce on the wing, White knocks it out wide, taken by Corey towards half forward. Out comes, good, well done by Miller. He read it brilliantly, and he marks on his chest at half back. So Melbourne, still a few minutes left. We're inside the final 5 minutes of actual game time. Play on called now as he just kicks it long and high towards the wing, and almost a good mark taken by Bartel, but it spills off his hands and over. So a boundary throw in on centre wing. The Cats have got it all to do. They led by nearly 6 goals midway through the second term. White from the back wins it forward. Reed tries to crush his way through. Can't. Oh, he's been pinged for throwing it. Oh dear. Not sure about that. You have another look at it. He doesn't know either, Phil Reed. Kick towards half forward. Almost a mark to Miller. They dive in on top of the football. Maloney's got it. Needs to get it out. The umpire says, give it to me. Umpire win. So a bounce 40 metres from Geelong's goal as time continues to tick away. He's good umpiring. He did throw it.
I'm with you, Chris.
Mooney up high. We were blindsided, Steve. So umpire Wynn calls for it again. Geelong in a goal-scoring position here. Can't be too long left, perhaps a couple of minutes. White knocks it out wide. It's all Melbourne. Ferguson. Handball towards the line and over. Ablett appeals for out deliberately, but umpire Wen says throw it in. There's Gary Ablett pleading with umpire Wen. He wants nothing to do with it. Boundary throw in, half forward for Geelong. Melbourne by 3 points. What a stirring victory this would be for the Demons. White out of the centre. It's all Geelong. Tenace bangs along to the goal square. Kingsley can't take it. A chance, well done, Maloney getting back to help. Kick on the outside of the boot. Davey needs to be clean here with his hands. Handball was cut down by Bartel. Davey dancing on the spot. Kicks towards Godfrey, cut mark. Chance for Ling. Going hard at it, Reed. He takes it over and... Oh, that's a terrible decision. That's a terrible decision. He was running at full tilt, Ling with the free kick.
Drives it inside 50, Bizzle tracks back with it. This is where courage and skill is required. Johnson, the men in blue came for him. He was wrapped up.
Very lucky Steve Johnson. Had time to release the handballs and was tackled. This is the deliberate.
Oh, you can't pay that. He was running full tilt. Picked it up at less than a metre inside the line.
Siren could go any second. Over the top. Travis Johnston needs to handle it cleanly. He can't. They go to ground. Burns. Ablett into full forward. Which way? Wrong way. Wrong way for Geelong and for Ablett. 30 minutes gone. That could be it. 2 points the difference. Hearts in mouth stuff. Melbourne lead. They were 34 points down. 17 minutes into the second quarter. And now the ball's back in play.
Long towards half-back. Big pack of players. Melbourne off hand. Concedes ground. Bartel. Now a chance to Rook. He kicks to attacking 50. Egan's marked on attacking 50. He needs to be careful. The siren could go at any point. He's going to go back. He wants to kick a goal. Matthew Egan.
Oh my goodness!
There it is. It's all over. Matthew Egan with a chance to win the game for the Cats. Could he be the hero? The youngster. Unbelievable performance. He'll need to kick it from 52 metres. Draft pick number 62 back a couple of years ago from 55. He loads up. It's going. It's going. It's offline. Melbourne have won. Melbourne have won. A dramatic game of football. What a comeback. What a game at Skilled Stadium. Unbelievable scenes here, Stephen Silvani.
Oh, what a fantastic win by the Demons.
I tell you what, they've got to redo the memorable moments. This is up there as one of the most amazing matches. That's a win to carry a team into the finals on. Matthew Egan never kicked a goal before in his career. Falls short by centimetres. And Melbourne, from nearly 6 goals down, come back from the dead. And they win on a day when Nathan Ablett debuted in spectacular fashion. The Demons' finals hopes are still alive. Here's the hero, Russell Robertson.
Thanks very much, Hutto. Spectacular effort by you, mate. Well done.
Oh, mate, that's just... Look, I just want to say congratulations to the boys. They were awesome in that last quarter. Getting it down to us is magnificent, makes it a lot easier, but they needed that win like a dog needed a whipping, I think.
Mate, everybody's written you blokes off. You've had all the injuries in the world. The reaction to that win tells us what it meant to you. Tell us what it actually meant to you.
It means everything to us. It means everything to our supporters. It means everything to our family, our girlfriends, Brooke who's watching at home. Mate, it means absolutely everything. Down here, it's been, 150 years since we've won down here, so, mate, unbelievable.
How does it feel when you're part of a group that's been turned away and given up on by everybody in the football community? You come down here with half a list to choose from. You're 5.5 goals down halfway through the third quarter. You kick 7, you get up and win a game that nobody thought you could possibly win.
Probably makes it easier when there's no pressure like that, when everyone writes us off and being the underdog. If you're expected to win like Geelong probably were today, it probably made it a bit harder on them. So we had nothing to, I guess we had everything to lose, but you know, we just had so much to play for, and the boys knew it was going to be tough coming down here, but to a man, I think, bar the first quarter, I think were magnificent. So it was a team effort. The whole team was just absolutely awesome. Whitey in the middle getting it out. The defenders absolutely awesome. So.
Super effort, mate. I'm sure the fans happy. I'm sure Brooks delighted. Go and enjoy it with the lads. Back to you, fellas.
Thanks very much, Andy. Yes, what a star he was, Russell Robertson. The Melbourne players, Steve, going to thank their fans. And there's Neil Danaher. Look at the excitement and relief that he's showing there. It's been such a tough couple of months. They've lost 7 on the trot, and today they were able to produce something very special.
Oh, look, Neil Danaher would be absolutely wrapped. His team that were questioned over so many weeks, they showed character today. Their bench was riddled with injuries. They had Uze off, Neath was off the ground. They had so many players that were carrying injuries out on that game. We see Jim Steins there, he'd be wrapped. But Melbourne kicked 10 goals, 9 to 6 goals, 5 after half-time, after trailing by 34 points through that second quarter of football. That is a fantastic achievement, and the Melbourne Football Club should be very proud of their boys.